Hey, you got any idea what's in this tub? It's news. 21 days ago now, August 7th, 2025, 9 people at Cheshire Correctional Facility decided to go on a hunger strike. As of July 26, 26 people are now on hunger strike, making this one of the largest in Connecticut's recent history. What's going on? Before we go any further, if you give a shit about human beings, which I know you do because you're here listening to me in the tub, you'll want to send phone calls and emails to these people here. Call your local legislator. Call anyone. Call the governor's office. List out the names of all these people striking. Spread the word is what I'm trying to say. Let's learn about the demands they're asking for. Demand number 1 is an end to the strip searches. Here's a fun fact. There are about 10,584 people incarcerated in CT. That means people inside the prison system who go to sleep and wake up in the morning in a cell, right? Now, how many times do you think these people are strip searched in 1 year? 355,000 times in just 2024. For some of these reasons here, and that's kind of gross. Demand number 2, ending the lockdowns. So in 2022, Stop Solitary CT, a really awesome organization who you should learn more about, go watch their documentaries and stuff, were able to get a piece of legislation known as the PROTECT Act signed into law. Now, this act mandates 5 hours at least of out-of-cell time per day. But the thing is, the Department of Corrections is always understaffed. And when they're understaffed, they go into lockdown. And these lockdowns can last very long, which means that 5 hours of mandated time basically disappears and you'd be lucky to get maybe even 1 hour. Demand number 3 and 4 and 5. There's water and there's not hot water in the cells. They should fix that. You need hot water for stuff. There's also black stuff coming out of the air vents. That's gross. Demand number 7 is prevent overdoses, which is not happening. Too many people are overdosing, and it's not great. So they want correctional officers to do something. But that might be difficult because the correctional officers are usually the ones bringing in the drugs that people overdose on. Number 8 is fair wages. For the highest skilled labor in the Department of Corrections, you can make a astounding crisp $1.90 per day. Most people don't even make like half that amount. Most people live on less than $1 for each day of their work. And also there are price hikes at the commissary. So things that used to be cheaper like toilet paper or soap, which they have to pay for themselves, by the way, those things become more expensive, but their paycheck does not go up. Demand number whatever is access to quality mental and physical health care, because every time you want to go see a doctor, but you're incarcerated, you got to do a strip search. You want to go get prescribed something, you got to do a strip search. You want to go anywhere in the prison, you got to get strip searched. So even if you are feeling sick, you might be like, you know what, I don't want to get sexually assaulted today. I'm just not going to go to the doctor. That would be lame. See how a lot of these issues kind of stem from the first one? So, 21 days of striking. What's happened with the DOC? Well, let's talk about state repression. One of Department of Corrections' favorite policies is to immediately segregate people that are taking part in a hunger strike so they cannot contact one another. This breaks down morale, but is also highly unethical, and it's called segregation. Seems a little bit racist. There's also darkness. Yes, they are manually turning off the lights during the daytime. On July 20th, the incarcerated people spent several hours just in darkness, even people that weren't participating in the hunger strike. There is also force feeding. Look up this Supreme Court case of Connecticut, which ruled that, if someone is going on hunger strike and they're also incarcerated, it is totally fine to force feed them food. The state of Connecticut says that's okay. Let's go yard goat. Also important to, in your messages to your senators and representatives and such, include that the incarcerated people known as Victor Jordan is being Denied mental health medications. That's very naughty, Department of Corrections. Why don't you stop breaking the law and committing human rights violations? Not freaking cool. Angel Quiros. That is the DOC commissioner, by the way. Also, another incarcerated person, Elaine LeCant, was denied medical care and can't get any medical care. They're just like, no, eat something first. There's got to be definitely more tactics of repression that we do not know about because we don't have cameras inside the prison that let us like say what's up to our incarcerated homies as much as we would like that to be a thing. Then you should call your representatives and talk their ear off just a little bit. Just a little bit. I don't know. Ask them what they had for lunch. Ask them if they have had a good day. If they're seeing any good TV shows. Treat them like a human, but also be like, what the flip, dude? People shouldn't be punished for going on hunger strike. Kinda cringe. I will be publishing more to do with this story, including a fun history of different types of hunger strikes in Connecticut and how they've panned out. So if that's something you're into, make sure you tune in next time. I'm the Nutmeg News Guy. You're watching the Nutmeg. You're watching the news.